If you love two people at the same time, choose the second. Because if you really loved the first one, you wouldn't have fallen for the second. Music touches us emotionally, where words alone can't. There are so many beautiful things in the world that sometimes I think I'm not from here. We're all damaged in our own way. Nobody's perfect. I think we're all somewhat screwy. Every single one of us. I think everybody's weird. We should all celebrate our individuality and not be embarrassed or ashamed of it. Just keep moving forward and don't give a shit about what anybody thinks. Do what you have to do, for you. You can close your eyes to the things you don't want to see, but you can't close your heart to the things you don't want to feel. Don't be afraid of enemies, be afraid of friends. Friends betray, not enemies. If there's any message, it is ultimately that it's okay to be different, that it's good to be different, that we should question ourselves before we pass judgment on someone who looks different, behaves different, talks different, is a different color. Laugh as much as you breathe and love as long as you live. People cry, not because they are weak. It is because they've been strong for too long. I don't want to reach a point where I feel satisfied. I think if that happens, it will be over with me. Better to not know which moment may be your last. Every morsel of your entire being alive to the infinite mystery of it all. Love is one of the hardest words to say and one of the easiest to hear. Being alone with your thoughts is a very dangerous activity but very useful. I would give everything if I could only keep my family. Breathe. It's only a bad day, not a bad life. If someone were to harm my family or a friend or somebody I love, I would eat them. I might end up in jail for 500 years, but I would eat them. My body is my journal, and my tattoos are my story. I always felt like I was meant to have been born in another era, another time. Growing old is unavoidable, but never growing up is possible. I believe you can retain certain things from your childhood if you protect them, certain traits, certain places where you don't let the world go. The only creatures that are evolved enough to convey pure love are dogs and infants. I'm having too much fun today to worry about tomorrow. The problem is that everybody treats teenagers like they're stupid. As a teenager I was so insecure. I was the type of guy that never fitted in because he never dared to choose. I was convinced I had absolutely no talent at all. For nothing. And that thought took away all my ambition too. I am doing things that are true to me. The only thing I have a problem with is being labeled. When I see someone who just follows their dream and succeeds, and just does basically what they want to do and doesn't have to answer to anyone, obviously not harming anyone, that's great. One of the most beautiful things in the world is seeing a mommy with her kids. There's nothing more beautiful, nothing more sublime. When you have children, there is no room for lies, no room for anything but the truth. Anything other than that is a bad example, I believe. You use your money to buy privacy because during most of your life you are not allowed to be normal. If you don't like seeing pictures of violence towards animals being posted, you need to help stop the violence, not the pictures. I like the challenge of trying different things and wondering whether it's going to work or whether I'm going to fall flat on my face. You grow up a bit damaged or broken, then you have some success, but you don't know how to feel good about the work you're doing or the life you're leading. Me and music. Music was always my first love. It was my first love for sure. And still is a huge part of my life. One day the people that didn't believe in you will tell everyone how they met you. I think the thing to do is enjoy the ride while you're on it. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys you a big enough yacht to sail right up to it. If you choose to lack your heart away, you'll lose it for certain. There come a time when good man must wear a mask. Love is not blind. It simply enables one to see things others fail to see. It's important to keep challenging myself and try to come up with some new face every now and again. It hurts so much to want something you can't have. The problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. Success doesn't change you, it reveals you. Thank you for watching.